All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard for this week's edition of Pregame Party, Week 5 Tailgate Show. This week, we're going to get Knox College Football Report, which will probably have a lot to do with one of the best games you'll see all year, the Red River rivalry, and what happened in that big game yesterday. Plus, we're going to look at today's matchups, including live check-ins with the Jaguars and Buffalo Bills game. Who's going to be coming out on top in that one? Will it be Josh Allen and his goon butt, or will it be Trevor Lawrence coming through? Who's going to win that one? Plus, we'll look at tonight's big matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. The deep end of the pool in the NFC goes to war tonight. All that and more on this edition of Tailgate Party, NFL Pregame Party. Woohoo! All right, welcome aboard for Pregame Party. This week's Week 5 Tailgate. It's good to see you guys. I'm Joe's Atmosphere, your host. It's good to see all of you. Kind of running late because I'm trying to mount a TV out in my new pergola. But as usual, I've got my friends with me to back me up for my slow ass. Starting with Knock. His young buck can make up for my inequities. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good. Once you get everybody introduced, I actually have a quick NFL update.
Oh, really? Very cool. Very cool. We must have had a score over there in London. As usual, we got Das Wolfen with us when he has time to join us, talk about football. Yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
How's your nephew doing in his quest for greatness?
He's doing okay. Their team's not as good as it should be, but, you know.
Hey, it's all about how you play.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not. It's just their offense can't seem to score.
Okay, well,
defense gets the team off the field, but then offense is like 3 and out. So
bummer. Okay, Knock, what do you got? You need me to show it?
Yeah, just real quick. Just one quick play.
Go ahead.
Just happened in the game. Jaguars got out at 39. Jaguars just got it down the field, and this is right before the end of the half.
Trevor Lawrence.
Boom! Hit from behind, fumble.
Oh no!
Bills get it, kneel it, end of half. There you go.
Wow! So it's 11 to.
It's 11 to. I hate YouTube. It takes a second for you to move the mouse and get off the screen before it shows the bottom there. But it's 11 to 7 halftime.
11 to 7 at halftime. Damn it! Yeah. Damn it! That's the worst thing could have happened. They could have got another field goal on them. Damn, that sucks. Who gets the ball first and second half?
I don't remember. I haven't been watching the game, so I
don't remember. I think Jacksonville won. No, Buffalo won the toss. They deferred, and those guys went right down the field and scored 11 points on them. Or no, 8.
11 points. Wow.
Yeah. The rules have changed in football. Yeah, extra points are worth 5 now. I do remember that. Bills are getting the ball first and second half, so that bodes well for the Bills. Damn it. I hate the Buffalo Bills. I know, half the country roots for the Cleveland Browns and half the country roots for the Buffalo Bills because they feel so sorry for them because they never won a Super Bowl because they went to 4 Super Bowls in a row and couldn't win one. Man, fuck them Bills. I don't give a shit. I hate them.
Is there?
I'm a New England fan.
Last week, I'm wondering if there's a little
Yeah, my wife can't stand him. That's for sure.
Little
After
there's a
last
little
week,
bit
of
there
course, Miami lost.
taking over
But
into this week.
dude, I've always hated him. I've been a New England fan all my life, so yeah, screw them guys. All right, man, you ready to fill us in on some college football?
Yeah,
Of course,
not much
you
happened
you
this
know
weekend,
what you need to be talking
but
about.
not much happened this weekend. But
What do you mean not much
not
happened?
much. Just not too much.
Battle of
report.
undefeateds.
This might be a 2-minute report. Might be a 2-minute report. No. So I didn't want to scroll down yet because I don't want to discuss it quite yet. But for the number 1 team
he's
in the
teasing me, folks. He knows I'm all hyped.
A little disappointing from University of Kansas. They couldn't do much against Georgia. Georgia looks like now they're all of a sudden, this is why Georgia's going to repeat kind of deal. They've been looking kind of vulnerable during the season, but
they're a basketball school now.
But I mean, hey, look, after last week, I thought there was a good chance. They had a good run game. Ran 280 yards on the Florida Gators. So, looked like they had a chance. But
Florida ain't Georgia.
But and then Michigan beats up Minnesota. So the top 2 teams are pretty much won pretty convincingly. And then there was some game that happened this weekend between Oklahoma and
Texas. Number 12 versus number 3.
Played
They're going to flip in the standings now.
Yeah, played on a neutral field, and Matthew McConaughey was there trying to
just wasn't enough.
Good juju over to the Texas. Yeah, it was back and forth, and it ended.
It was a great game. If you didn't watch it, folks, this is why you watch the Red River rivalry. Last year was last year's 49-0 blowout was that was a direct result of Lincoln Riley gutting our team, really. But wow, they've turned it around in 2 years.
Wait, hang on, Joe. They turned it around?
Yeah.
Or did Lincoln Riley turn it around? You got if you're going to give them the bad of last year, you got to give them the good of this year, okay?
What does Lincoln Riley have to do with what we've done in the last 2 years? The fucker took half our team with him.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought that was a curse. My bad. Yeah, there you go. He made him better, right? He made him better. He made him have to. He made him have to.
They'd have been just fine if he'd have stayed with Caleb Williams, bro. But Gabriel played his ass off yesterday. That was awesome. But what really won that game, if you didn't watch it, was the goal line stand to start the fourth quarter. When Texas had they took 4 chances, and they just couldn't get in the end zone. They had 4 chances from the 2-yard line and could not get it in. It was awesome. Defense wins championships, and we played defense yesterday. It was great. I'll tell you what, one of the hardest hitting college football teams, games you'll see all year, because both of these teams treat it like it's their Super Bowl. They do every year.
Well,
so yeah.
After that defensive stop, the defense couldn't stop anything because Texas did end up going down, and the defense failed to stop them again, and they ran all over them. Ran for, what was it, a 40-yard touchdown and something like that, and then it was Oklahoma's turn, and the Texas defense failed to do it. The defense failed to stop the offense of Oklahoma, and it ended. And I did grab a highlight just for you,
because I didn't see this.
This was
the last play I saw before I went to work was the field goal that put Texas up 30-27. That Gabriel played his butt off, though. He really did, man. He really did.
They're not going to show. Okay, I'm not going to go too deep.
A few of his runs that he had, man, were great in that game. He ripped off a 40-yarder that just, it's the kind of play that just takes the steam out of a defense, man. It was.
So there was definitely a lot of. This was definitely the game of the week. Yeah. Even though they called some other game the game, I think it was the Notre Dame and Louisville game or whatever. I don't know who calls these the game of the week, but they're claiming that game. But
anybody that watched it, they saw people hitting each other really hard in that game. It was pretty damn awesome.
And you know who else was there that I think is the real winner of the week, and that's the SEC commissioner, who now has the Red River Showdown.
Yes,
conference.
Yes,
He was there. Pat McAfee, which I'm enjoying. Pat McAfee's sideline.
I'm sure Pat McAfee's great. Love him.
But he interviewed a little bit. He's like, "Yeah, these guys are coming. We want a good one here. We got a good couple teams coming in, so they're going to have that." SEC now has that in their repertoire. Now they have Red River Showdown. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
For them. But good win for Oklahoma. We'll see. I'm not sure what they'll get ranked, either 3 or 4 from this one.
I doubt they move up that far. They'll probably go up to.
I mean, that's what happened to Texas. Texas was 10, and then they beat Alabama, I think it was, and then they jumped up to 3. So it could happen. I mean, Ohio State hasn't been crazy. They did beat Maryland, but Maryland kind of shot themselves in the foot. I'm going
to say, when I was watching that game earlier, it looked like Maryland was giving them all they could handle, man.
Yeah, they were up 10-0 at one point, and then they couldn't get ahead. They couldn't stay ahead. So unfortunately, because Marvin Harris Jr. is going to be a top 10 pick.
Yeah, he is.
But this did not help. Okay, to set this up, Maryland was driving. Okay, they had.
Okay.
I hate YouTube. With 12 seconds left. Okay, no timeouts. No timeouts in the game. Right? What do you do, Joe? When there's 12 seconds left, you have no timeouts, and you're inside the red zone. Okay, what do you not do? What do you not do?
You've got, okay. So it's a tie ball game, 12 seconds. Mm-hmm. You're in well within field goal range.
Mm-hmm. What do you not
don't throw the ball, you run it.
Why would you run it?
If you even need to run it. I mean, if you're comfortable with the kicker at that length, you kneel on the ball and call a timeout with 3 seconds left.
You don't have timeouts. Okay. Maryland has the ball. They have no timeouts.
Okay.
Right? What do you not do?
You don't throw, that's for sure.
Well, you can throw it, but where do you not throw it?
In the middle of the field.
Yeah, you don't throw it in the middle of the field with no timeouts. Yeah, okay, I got you. I feel you.
Over the middle, dangerous play. What? Can they get back to the line of scrimmage? And
that's it. That's into the half.
Makes no damn sense.
That's into the half.
The only thing that would stop the clock in a college football game is throwing it for a first down. Yeah, that's the only way you get it done.
Look where he got the ball. I don't want to go too far.
Yeah, it's dumb. I saw it. That's dumb.
That was like, I got to show that. That's definitely one of my bonehead plays of the game. I can't give it away what my next bonehead play is. But we'll get to that.
No doubt.
But that's just why. Why throw that? Like, everybody was just wrong on that. Why throw it? Mm-hmm. Why catch it? Like, if I was over here, I'd just go bat it down. It's like,
hell with it. Why would you even run a route that's less than 10 yards?
Yeah, exactly. Like, you really expect it. Like, if you're banking on someone breaking a tackle, that's not a good play.
No, it's not.
That's what you do on first down when it's 10 minutes left in the game. 10 minutes, something. Did not like that. So Ohio State continues on. Virginia Tech gave a little bit of a fight here for Florida State University, but I didn't watch too much of this game, especially when it got out of hand. Mm-hmm. This one, I wish I could have stayed up and watched, but it would have been like 2 a.m. Yeah. Arizona took USC to triple overtime.
And lost.
And then lost, yeah.
Damn it.
They couldn't get a 2-point conversion, which is what you go to when you get to third overtime. Caleb Williams is, first overall type quarterback. Mm-hmm. Nobody on that defense is going to get drafted. It's just
hell no. They suck.
Maybe a linebacker that gets a lot of tackles.
They suck on defense.
They're so bad that it's just. I'm guessing they're like bottom 20 in defense.
Yeah.
Like,
Gridiron Master says the Lone Star Showdown used to be the best game in Texas. And
I'm getting there. Hang on, Grady. You'll go ahead of me now.
Okay.
So I was really pulling for. I'm pulling for 18. That beats a ranked opponent.
Yeah, somebody needs to beat USC. They're all hyped.
So they need to go ahead and I can't wait till Oregon plays them.
I can't wait till they play somebody in the playoffs with a real defense. Yeah,
I don't think they'll make it to the playoffs with some of the teams they have to play. But Louisville got a big win. I did watch this game. Louisville got they still are undefeated. They beat Notre Dame. So that was a pretty good game. So I did enjoy seeing that one. So that's good for them. Texas A&M couldn't pull it out against Alabama. I think Alabama probably would be a lot further along offensively if they kept with the Milroe. I think his name is the quarterback that they went back to, because he's doing good. Jalen Milroe. I don't know how good Alabama's going to do the rest of the season, but they definitely got their quarterback. They need to stick with him. but Texas A&M couldn't pull it out. Washington State University was a good surprise, but unfortunately they couldn't get past Chip Kelly's UCLA team. So UCLA will probably get back into the rankings. They had only lost once against, I think,
Chip Kelly.
Who was?
Is he still running a play every 10 seconds?
Probably. I haven't watched a lot of UCLA because they're just like USC. They usually play night games. I don't usually watch those. North Carolina beat up on Syracuse. Pretty bad game. Oregon State. Is it Oregon or Oregon?
It's Oregon State.
Cal. That was a high scoring game right there. Ole Miss takes out Arkansas. This was a pretty good game, but Ole Miss.
Ole Miss been winning some ball games. They beat LSU this year too, didn't they?
Yeah,
I believe so.
And I was going to discuss that with the Missouri game. I was really pulling for Missouri, but time for my next boneheaded play.
Yes. Gridiron Masters agrees with you. Not as boneheaded as Miami. Let's see what Miami did.
I think that this isn't. I'm sure a lot of people have already seen this, but this is. So, Joe, another question for you.
Another question for me, the coach.
Right,
okay.
37 seconds to go.
Yes.
Your opposing team has no timeouts, and it's third down. What do you do?
Run the ball.
Really?
My answer is always run the ball.
Joe, I'm starting to question you now.
Wait. You're saying Georgia doesn't have any timeouts. I thought
Georgia Tech, Miami has the ball.
Okay.
Georgia Tech
and they
has
have
no timeouts.
And the other team has no timeouts.
And it's 37 seconds left. What do you do?
Yeah, but Miami's up by 20. You run out the clock.
Yeah, you run out the clock. You run the ball.
Oh, God.
Miami's up by 30.
You can kneel it. You can kneel it.
That's what I was looking for, Joe. You're really starting to make me question your football knowledge right now. When you have less than 40 seconds to go and you don't want to risk anything, Joe, what do you do? Please.
Yeah, you kneel it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, guess what, Miami? Apparently they followed your coach this week, and they ran the ball.
Well, here's Chaney. The straight ahead, tackled, and the ball popped out.
You got to read the clock. Read the card. To me,
unbelievable.
Gave up. Could it easily ended the game? They didn't, and it led to this.
Prepared to spell guys that are way down the field.
3 to the field for King. Up in the pocket, going to loop it down the field, and it is caught. And that's rough.
All right. So there's still hope. There's still hope. There's about 15 seconds left. All right. They could have this game could have been over.
Yep.
This game could have been over.
Could have been over.
Let me see if I can get it with that. Here we go. Try not to play it too long.
Yeah. That would be a good idea.
I meant to do it on this play. I'll just
with 6, 5.
Gets flushed out of the pocket. Wide open.
No way! How do you
Gets
let
behind the
that
defense?
behind you?
End the game.
How do you let that guy behind you?
Yep. And all they had to do was not run the ball and kneel it out. And basically just their playoff hopes are pretty much dashed at this point.
Damn.
You're not going to beat out anybody.
Damn,
with this kind of
bro.
loss. So
that's all wrong.
You'd have to get
Gridiron Master says Chip Kelly's sideline circus offense. Yeah, it's definitely a sideline.
So that, unfortunately for Miami and their boneheaded play calling and not kneeling the ball,
should have kneeled.
Literally cost it. This we learned this. When did we learn this? Let's see. What is it? Herman Edwards. How many? Like 60 years ago? 50
Yeah. The Miracles of the Meadowlands. Yes. Don't hand the ball off.
This was a really good game. Missouri was like, man, I was so impressed with their wide. They were catching everything.
Yeah.
Cook, their quarterback, Brady Cook, was unfortunately he made a couple mistakes. And
my brother said, "Go Tigers." Sorry about that. Sorry about that, Das Wolfen. But my brother lives and dies with the purple and gold.
The reason it's 49-39 is because Missouri Brady Cook threw an interception late when they were trying to come back and score, and it was a pick six. They were down by 3 and then threw pick six. So unfortunately, that ends Missouri's undefeated season, and LSU stays on the ranks. Mm-hmm. Even as a 2-loss team, they'll climb up the ranks again. And Daniels is sick. That quarterback Daniels for LSU is nasty.
He's doing really well this year, man. He is.
And then Wyoming might take over Fresno's spot in here. Maybe I don't know if they'll get ranked for this, but they upset Fresno. Fresno was undefeated.
Wow.
as well. And Wyoming took them and got a nice win there. Just real quick, I think that's pretty much all I have. Marshall was undefeated, and they got beat by NC State. So that's another unbeaten off the board. Clemson beat Wake Forest. Clemson. Raging Cajun actually came back. Texas State was up by a bit.
There you go, Raging Cajuns.
Came back. Yes. I noticed that one. I was like, oh, okay, all right.
There you go.
Ohio, I think, only has one loss. They're, one of the smaller teams, but that's kind of cool. Florida State beat up on Vanderbilt. I mean, Vanderbilt's pretty much the whipping boy.
You mean Florida?
As always. Kansas University came back after their first loss of the season last week and beat up on UCF, so good for them. Just saying, Colorado, Deion's won a game again. Yay. So that's good for them. They have another game next week, so it was a close one. I watched the ending of this game, and it was definitely.
Daniel says Mizzou is the only team that has come from the Big 12 to do anything in the SEC. Program is on the rise, he says. Yep. Yeah. Dosh Wolfen, I have to agree with my brother. Yeah, they've done better than A&M has, and anybody else that's come from the Big 12. I can only hope that Oklahoma does as well as Mizzou has done. I mean, at least you guys have been in the championship game, Yeah, definitely on the rise. Go ahead, Knox. Sorry about that.
No worries. Just kind of looking over it. I don't really. My Boise State Broncos came back and won. They were down a couple of touchdowns, and they come back and took over. But that's about what I got for this week.
Okay.
Just real quick. Let's just take a.
What do you got to look at next week? What's the big game next week?
Let's take a look. I haven't looked too hard at that next week. Let's see here.
Who's Colorado playing? Go back up. Who's Deion playing?
Oh, Stanford.
Oh, I hope they win that game.
A 10 o'clock game. Probably won't watch that.
Of course,
one.
West Coast.
Going at Memphis might be pretty good. Memphis not doing too bad this year. Let's see. I'm not caring for.
There's a lot of that's a lot of.
But this is the game of the week for sure. Number 8 Oregon and number 8 or 7 Washington.
Ooh, that's a rivalry game too.
12.
Wow. Yeah.
Game.
Next door neighbors going at it.
Probably be top 5 after this game. This is definitely the game of the week. They were both idle this week, so they're both completely rested up, both looking at the tape. And so this is definitely my game of the week.
And it's on ABC. Cool.
It's on ABC.
All right.
Yep.
Good.
Just double checking. Yeah, there's really not much here.
Most of it.
Okay, here we go. We got USC at Notre Dame.
There you go.
I need to. They're gonna be angry after losing this week. So
yep.
And then you do have Miami and USC. This might be a really good game. And then both of these guys lost, but Mizzou and Kansas, University of Kansas. So UCLA might be ranked again after their win over Oregon. And then you got Oregon State.
UK is Kentucky. That's University of Kentucky.
Kentucky, I'm sorry. I said Kansas. I apologize.
Kansas KU.
UK KU. I'm learning here. Yeah. So that I would say definitely so Notre Dame, and so you got the good 3:30 game, and then you probably have a good 7:30 game.
Daniel says Arizona loses a tough one, and he also says, and he also says gotta love college football. Yeah. That's
most of the other top 10 are playing scrubs. I mean,
I see that. It's ranked teams against nobody.
UMass against Penn State.
Come on, bro. They're going to fucking pulverize that team.
Honestly, I think Georgia, if you look at Georgia's schedule, I think they're done. I don't think there's anybody else for them to play.
Yeah.
Just trying to look at their schedule. Let's see. I mean, Florida, maybe.
Mizzou. That'll be a good one.
Ole Miss is probably their last.
Ole Miss is ruining some teams' hopes this year, man. They are. They're playing spoiler to a lot of people.
I don't know. But Ole Miss couldn't beat Alabama at their weakest. So I don't know. Yeah, that's a little worrisome for me. So
you never know.
I don't know. I think at this point Georgia has, you got what it takes to run the table and then get back in the playoffs. So, okay, that's what I got. Just a little preview next week. I'd say probably really 2 games, really.
I hear you, man.
Really
I
hear
you. Well, thank you very much for that report, my brother. I appreciate it. Of course, I'm all about that friggin' Red River rivalry game because that's the first real college football game I even watched during the season. And now that the Sooners have remained undefeated, I will be following them the rest of the year and watching their games. But I'm telling you, I just don't even put stock in it until the Texas game. That's I don't even worry about it till after that one. So
I think they actually have a bye week this week, so they get to enjoy
good.
that. And
they need one after last week.
for
That's
that.
for sure. Let's see. Gridiron Masters says, I don't know about Mizzou. They were getting like 4 to 7 win seasons since 2014 and aren't beating the likes of Georgia, LSU, and Bama. Well,
their first 2 seasons in the SEC, they won the West.
I was fixing to say they won their division.
Yeah.
The first 2 seasons they were in the friggin' SEC. So I wouldn't sleep on Mizzou ever. Coming to the SEC,
been sucking
awesome.
The last several years. But
yeah. He says the Red River Shootout, bro. Yeah, that's right. It's one of the best games. If you've never seen that game, it's the only regular season game played on a neutral field, and it's a lot of fun to watch. There's a lot of hype about it, man. Those 2 schools love it, dude. It's right in the middle of the Texas State Fair. Played at the Cotton Bowl, which is exactly halfway between Norman, Oklahoma, and Austin, Texas. It is one of the. If you're a college football fan, you can't miss that game every year. Even though it was a blowout last year, that is the oddity. Usually, you see exactly what you saw yesterday: guys trying to kill each other for their schools, treating it like it's their Super Bowl. That's what they do every year, and usually the team. It's rare that both teams come into that game undefeated. That's what even made it more special yesterday, because usually it's a team that's undefeated going against a 1-loss or 2-loss team, and the undefeated team usually comes out nicked up or losing the game. You know what I mean? It can be a season ruiner. That game right there. Coming to the SEC, that's right. Awesome. Apparently, according to Knock, the head of the SEC was at that game yesterday. And he's looking forward to having it there in the SEC now. So, very cool. Thank you, Knock. I appreciate that, man. Well, we got some games to talk about. Let's see. First of all, let's hit what has happened since we saw each other last. Well, Thursday. No, that was last week's Thursday game. Hang on. Let me find it real quick.
Jonathan Taylor got paid.
Yeah.
Did he? He got
did.
paid.
He's back. He's back, and he got an extension for 3 years with like $42 million. And he's a running back that got paid. Good for him.
Okay,
He's
so we had a Monday night game. My boys were on Monday night, and
they did. They beat him up.
Daniel Jones got to meet my defense. Wow, my first round pick showed his ass on national television, didn't he? He had a pick. He had several sacks blitzing from the corner position. What's his name? Witherspoon? Is that that kid's name? Dude, he was showing out in that game last week. It wasn't even close. The Giants never got anything going on offense. They got destroyed. And it was fun to watch for me because it's always fun for me to be able to see my Seahawks play well. And by the way, little stat that I did not know about my Seahawks, they have the best record on Monday Night Football. They have the best record in history on Monday Night Football. Oh. Yeah. I remember there was a game I watched when the year they went to the Super Bowl. They played the Eagles on a Monday night, and they beat them 42-0 in the snow. It was ugly. They were playing in Seattle, and there was a rare snowstorm. You know, usually it rains like hell up there, but they had a snowstorm late in the season, and they destroyed the Eagles on a Monday night. It was awesome. The middle linebacker then, I can't remember his name, but boy, he was good. Lofa Tutupu, that's his name. Yeah. The first Seahawks Super Bowl team, he was their middle linebacker. He had couple of picks in that game, including a pick 6. It was awesome. But anyway, we had that one. And then this morning, Thursday night, Knock, right when you get off the Fields bandwagon, he decides to start playing football, man.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
What in the hell happened to the Washington Redskins this last weekend? It's amazing.
It was very interesting.
I was watching it, and I was like, I can't believe this. What in the hell is going on here, man?
I had to, the next Friday morning, I had to listen to the Fan, 106.7.
Oh, I'm sure.
Fan, and they started at 6
we lost to the Bears, the worst team in the league, right? But that's what you were looking for out of Fields, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got him a weapon. That guy from the Carolina Panthers, what's his name? Moore?
DJ Moore. Yeah, he got me 52 points. It was awesome.
And oh my God, they lit it up. It was freaking unbelievable. Dick Butkus passed away on that day. Yes, he did. Yep. They had a thing about him at the beginning of it, Dan. They sure did. We talked about it on our Thursday show. He did pass away before the game, and I don't know if that inspired the Chicago Bears defense to play as well as they did, or I don't know. It looked like an inept Washington offense to me. I don't know, but that, wow, what an explosion by the Bears offense. My God, I did not see that coming at all. That's what you were looking for when DJ Moore came there. You know what I mean? That this guy was going to be able to get the ball to him, and wow, he just showed out. It was amazing. Did you guys watch the game? I know you didn't. You had to go to work the next day.
Yeah. I watched like the first quarter, but
dude,
the Bears were beating up on him pretty there. I was like, ooh,
it was relentless. He kept going to Moore and just killing him. It was crazy, man. And their run game did pretty well during that game too. I don't know what the hell happened to Washington's defense, but they just collapsed. But anyway, that was what happened on Thursday night. Now, let me see if I can remember what Knock told me to do. Yeah, this is what he said to do. Right click, open a new tab. Yeah, that's it, right?
Hey.
Isn't that what I'm supposed to do? And then pop over to it? Yeah, that's it. So this is where we're at right now in London. It's still 11-7. Who's got the ball? Buffalo does. Looks like they haven't crossed midfield yet, but
yeah, I'm a little behind on my read because I had a pot, but go ahead and put me on.
Okay. You got
this is one of the reasons why Bills have the ball.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on, Trevor. No. You got to pull that down and eat it, dude.
Luckily, it rolled out of bounds. So luckily, it ran out of bounds. So they got it back. But I'm sure it was like third and 40 or 50 or something like that.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm hoping the Jags can pull it out in this one, but we'll see. They can do it. They can't. Trevor, you got to eat that one next time, bro. You got to eat that next time.
Draw play, so
Well, keep giving us updates during it, man. Let us know what's going on with the game.
I'm still trying to catch up.
The next one we got. Oh, by the way, the teams that are on a bye this week are my beloved Seahawks, the Cleveland Browns, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the San Diego Chargers. So we won't be hearing from those
Baker Mayfield was at the game, the River Shootout, because it was bye week. He went to the game.
That's because Baker is the man. He is Boomer Sooner. What's up? I only saw McConaughey. I didn't see Baker at the game.
He was near the end of it. Yeah, he went over.
Okay. In the fourth quarter. So the first one we got this week is the Houston Texans at the Atlanta Falcons. Let's see. Daniel says off. He's going to eat it all right. Yeah. Anyway, we got the Houston Texans at the Atlanta Falcons. What has gotten into the Houston Texans? I was watching. Of course, we went to Drew Brees' sports bar walk-ons to watch the game last week because we weren't in the market for Buffalo and Miami, and my God, I couldn't take my eyes off the fucking Houston game. C.J. Stroud is lighting it up, man. He is doing a great job, and that's 2 weeks in a row. I mean. One game, okay, but two weeks in a row, 3 weeks.
They're number 7 right now. They're number 7 in the AFC. So, I mean,
wow, man.
CJ Stroud ate his Wheaties.
I'm not going against. I played. Okay, so I know you don't like to discuss fantasy, but I played whoever defensive was playing against Houston the last 2 weeks.
You can discuss fantasy all you want.
Negative 4 points and for the Jags, and then negative 5 points last week for the Steelers. I'm not going against the Texans anymore. I'm going to ride them for a little bit. So I'm picking Houston for this game. I don't think Falcons have the offensive fortitude to pull this one out. Just let it ride.
I've got to make my notes for the game for you guys. Hang on just a second. Let's see. Let's ride. Are you saying let's ride? You didn't just say let's ride now, did you?
Let's ride.
Oh, man. How did that pan out last year, Knock? Come on now. Come on now. You can't do that. Let's see. Knock, you're taking
And I like
Houston.
Atlanta too. I really hope they, get their act together. But they got
They're
weapons,
a good
but
team.
it's just not clicking. But I'm not going against Houston anymore.
Mm-hmm. I hear you. Okay. Who you got in this one there, John?
Well, after the Houston Texans have burned me twice this season with picks, I'm going to pick the Houston Texans.
There you go.
Yeah, same.
It's a good pick. I took them too, guys. I took them too. I mean, Atlanta's a team on the rise, but Ritter is not the quarterback, I don't think.
Nope.
You know?
I don't think he is.
Maybe he'll come around. Who knows? But I just don't think he's the guy. I don't think he's the one. Okay, so we're all on board with Houston, and it's fun to watch, man. It's good to see a franchise that's been down for so long start to make things click. They're not going to the Super Bowl. I mean, let's be real about this, but it's good to see them winning games. Yeah. Okay, the next one we got is the Carolina Panthers at the Detroit Lions.
This is the Lions' game to lose. If they lose, it's all on them. Like I don't even know. I don't even know if Young is playing in this one. I'm not even sure.
Bryce Young.
I don't know if he's still hurt or not. But this is Lions should just blow this one out of the water. The only way I can see this is if the Panthers get some. Panthers, they put up a fight against the Vikings a couple weeks ago, and it was because of turnovers. Mm-hmm. So I think that would be their best shot. The defense seems a little opportunistic. So I would say that would be their chance. But, I mean, really, this is the Lions' game to lose. This is hopefully they don't overlook this game kind of deal. The Lions have had some success. Hopefully it doesn't go in their heads, that they should win this one, and then they don't perform. So I'm Lions all the way on. The Lions should win this game. But then so should have the Commanders over the Bears.
Yeah.
Right. They should have. Right. You never know in this league. There's so much parity now. It's not even funny.
We'll see.
But you're going with Detroit.
I'm going Lions. There's no. I don't see any reason to try even thinking of an upset on this one. I just don't.
John, what do you think, man?
I learned not to sleep on the Lions, so
there you go. Yeah, that's for sure. Okay, let me see.
Now, John, if Taylor Swift had been at the Lions game, whole different ending there. But unfortunately, she was too late. She couldn't make the game. Her and Kelsey hadn't opened up by then, but that's okay. I mean, Joe's not even paying attention, man. I'm giving him prime.
I'm sorry, I was looking for the injury report.
Not even paying attention, man.
I apologize. I was looking. You were asking if
Matt was here. If Matt was here, then he would have laughed. But,
yeah, whatever. Kiss my ass. I was, if you had to produce this show,
Daniel, I need to LOL. Daniel,
I see you over there with this big guy playing with his phone. I see what you're doing. Yeah,
it's commercial. What do you want me to do about it?
Anyway, yeah, Detroit for me too. So, okay, the next one is going to be the Tennessee Titans.
Oh man,
against the Indianapolis Colts. Now,
I gave up on the Titans.
Playing in this one?
Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it.
Let's see.
LOL.
Danny says Lions, and then he says multitasking is not his strong suit.
Clearly.
No doubt, it's not. Laugh out loud.
But no, I was
ready
to give up on the Titans because they were blah, and then of course they come out last week,
and then all of a sudden they show up. Yeah.
I don't know. Anthony, we got Jonathan Taylor back for the Colts. We'll see how much he's used. He is coming off an injury. I don't know how real that injury ever was, but Jonathan Taylor's back. He's paid. He's happy. He's back with the team. And then with Anthony Richardson has looked pretty good. Yeah. He's looked pretty good. So it's I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys pick first before I pick mine. Give your reason.
You're letting us jump into that, huh? Well, let's see.
Right. Yeah, because I don't know.
I'm looking at the injury report, and I am not seeing Anthony Richardson. Jonathan Taylor, however, is on their injury report with an ankle.
He's had that, but I think he's good to go.
Full participation in practice, so it says questionable. The only people that are out for them are one of their linebackers, one of their defensive ends. Now the Titans look riddled, but nobody big name.
I'm still leaning Colts. I think they have the better offense. Titans are just so boring to watch. I don't watch any of their defense.
Yeah, they try to hang their hat on their defense, but if the offense keeps crumbling on them, shoot. Let's see. Danny's talking about dead air. Kiss my ass, dude. Let's see. Gridiron Master says, I don't know why people are such high expectations for rookie quarterbacks. They might not hit their peak or even start to rise until years and years later.
I completely agree.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Mahomes did not start right away.
Yep.
Aaron Rodgers did not start right away.
And he was talking about Bryce Young.
Brady did not start right away. One of the ones that I think that this impact, and I completely agree, Grid, because to me, Josh Rosen, he had a year, and then they went and drafted Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I don't that just doesn't make sense to me. Peyton Manning, had just a god awful rookie year. And then he turned into Peyton Manning. It's just you can't expect these things. I don't know. Team owners, whoever it is, the fans, it just doesn't make sense to me. That you could just Mac Jones, okay, but does he really have a good offense? Does he have the best defense in the league?
Right? Did they ever get the best people they could for Tom Brady half the time?
Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, come on. That's a show. That's a show. Yep. He's not going to get much from Ezekiel Elliott at this point. He's run down.
By the way, Danny says Titans, I guess. Yeah.
So I completely agree, Grid. I think rookies don't get the support and the time that they should. But then there's some that surprise you. Not everyone can do C.J. Stroud. I think Anthony Richardson has shown some good stuff. The problem is he gets hit too much. And even though he's a huge quarterback, those hits mount up, and he's been knocked out of 2 games already this year.
Yep.
So it's just kind of on that one. But yeah, no, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, a lot of teams have a win now mentality, and it just is not conducive to the development of young talent. And Josh Rosen's a perfect example. The guy's not bad. They just gave up on him too quick, and it broke him mentally. I'm going to take Indianapolis just because they're the home team in this one. Neither one of these teams are going anywhere. So them getting Taylor back should help. So yeah, especially if they're going to do a read option thing with Anthony, Richardson's legs and everything.
Uh-oh.
So
put me in, coach.
What do we got now?
There's a little frustration brewing in Buffalo.
That's what I'm talking about. That's right. Get upset, Diggs, you piece of garbage.
Right now.
You just get upset. Go ahead. Is it still 11-7?
Yeah, it's Jags ball.
Yes. Come on, Jags. You could do it. Jaguars. Yes.
But a little frustration on the offensive side.
He says Big Ben.
Diggs has been playing good. Last I saw it was six catches for 100 yards, touchdown. So throw the ball to Stephon Diggs. That's what you got to do.
They need Taylor ASAP. Richardson is taking
That's what I'm
beating.
hoping. That's what I'm hoping, that Taylor will take it. Moss did okay. Unfortunately, I don't think he's just not Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor, he's coming. He should be. I know he's coming.
Who you got in that one, John?
Well, part of me says I need to go with Titans, but I just can't.
They're usually more consistent, but they're so boring.
Yeah,
I can't put look in a division game. I just cannot put my eggs in Ryan Tannehill's basket. I just can't, man.
And I don't think King Henry's enough to pull this one out. So, I'm going to go with the Colts.
Yeah, I think the Colts defense, they're used to Henry. That's what I'm saying. I'm taking the Colts just because they're the home team. Neither one of these teams are going anywhere.
I think I'm going to go Colts as well.
Okay.
And we're all going to pick the Colts, and then Tennessee's going to win. And
Right, of course. Yeah, we
That's
just cursed the Colts right there. Bam.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, Colts. Sorry about that. I am
next
curious
one-
to see how much Taylor used, though.
We've got Daniel Jones coming off the worst ass whipping he's taken in a couple of years at the hands of the Seahawks. And now
I think the Cowboys game was pretty good, too. I mean, he did get his ass whooped in that one. Well,
yeah, he did get his ass whooped.
I don't know
in
if it's
that one.
the worst one that he's
Well, we sacked him 11 times. The Cowboys didn't sack him that many times, bro. Okay?
They didn't need to.
Sorry. Yeah, they should have, but
Anyway.
they didn't. We did. But they get to go into Miami and face a pissed off Miami team that lost last week to their division rival. Yeah. There's Danny. Yeah, you're right, Danny. The worst quarterback ever. Yes, that's him.
Anyone going to pick up the Giants defense this week?
No. That would be a no. The question is, does anybody give the Giants a chance to go into the heat of Miami and win this game?
A slight chance, only because this is the week Tua is supposed to get hurt. So
it's true.
Okay.
It's true. We have reached the time in the script that's about this time. Yeah.
Right.
It's true. Who's the
Gridiron Master says we'll see if another Miami team will do better this week and in the fourth quarter. Yeah. Okay. So are you gonna go ahead and go on that limb, John? Or
no, I'm not that
right.
stupid. But
I was about to say.
I said a slight chance, not enough for me to
okay.
go out that far.
But yeah, what the question all the Miami guys are asking is, when is the other shoe going to drop and Tua go down? Right. But the game plan has been good this year. They're getting the ball out of his hand quick, so they can't even sniff him. You know what I mean? So if they continue that, they're going to be tough to deal with. But they've got to get over that Buffalo hump, man. They've got to beat them the next time they play them. They've got to.
Oh, wow.
All right.
This is kind of interesting.
It is an interesting game, this one here.
Before this one, got off the Dolphins game too quickly for me. The Mike White is actually the backup for Tua. He was with the Jets for a little bit.
Really?
He was a fan favorite when Zach Wilson got benched, and Zach Wilson.
That's right. He played well too. Yep.
Yeah, so that just I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
They have a young. They don't have a Ryan Fitzpatrick this time. They have a young quarterback.
No, they have Mike White. Yep. Okay, we got the New Orleans Saints going into New England. Let's check that injury report and see if they're going to send. My brother was pissed that they sent Carr out to play last week because apparently the guy's hurt. Danny says the battle of bad offense here in this one. And he says gold is the way. That's what he says about he's got this GIF he sends me of the Mandalorian in gold, and he says gold is the way, talking about the Saints. And of course he throws up all the fleur de lis. What's up? Yeah. Let's see who is I got to check this injury report real quick and see if the Saints are going to have their trigger man or not. Let's see. Where is it? Where's the New England game? There it is. Okay. The Saints. Derek Carr, right shoulder, questionable. So he was limited in practice this week. I don't know who they're going to trot out there, man. But I don't know. I think New England at home is hard to beat. But the Saints defense is really good, man. They're so underrated, dude. They may have the best secondary in the National Football League. Those guys are really good at taking the ball away. Man, this is a tough one to call. I believe I went with New England. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, I did. I went with New England because Carr's banged up, and it's a throwing arm, and I got a feeling Belichick's going to exploit that. The Saints are wasting a solid defense. Yes, they are. They are. It's a pretty damn good defense. I don't know if you've watched these guys play this year, but man, dude. And even my brother, who is a big Saints fan, is picking the Patriots at home. Yeah. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I think I'm going to go with the Saints.
Okay.
I think it's gonna come down to a field goal, and I got to root for my hometown guy.
Right. He played at a high school close to you, right?
No, he played it at my high school.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
No, he played at Smith Cotton. So
Danny is, of course, on the bandwagon for ousting Mr. Allen. He wants him run out of town on a rail. He says he's the worst coach ever. So yeah. But
I just if you're talking about the best secondary and you're going against Mac Jones, that kind of neutralizes anything Mac Jones can do.
Kind of does.
So I'm just kind of like, what offense are the Pat's going to get? I think they're going to run with Ezekiel Elliott. His 2-yard average. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to go with the Saints. It's probably going to be a low-scoring game. Who knows? But I think the Saints can. At least they got Kamara back. That's the huge thing. What do you do when you have a running back that can catch out of the backfield? You throw it to the running back that can catch out of the backfield and let him do what he needs to do.
Yeah, the Saints need to get back to their screen game. When they were rolling it up on people, it was. I mean, yeah, Breeze could attack the seams with the tight end and the slot receiver all day long, but their bread and butter was running the football and screens. They were the best screen offense in football, and they need to get back to that with Kamara there. No doubt about that. No doubt. Okay. Well, I'm sticking with New England at home. I think they're going to get off the schneid this week. Dallas embarrassed the shit out of them. So they're going to be looking to get some payback. Okay. As I've told you several times this season, I'm telling you again, I want to see every game between the members of this division. This is going to be a fun game to watch right here. The Baltimore Ravens against the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, Houston embarrassed Pittsburgh last week badly. And I don't think that's going to happen to them again. They know this team pretty well. This is a division game, and this game is always a slobber knocker. Danny says Ravens. Danny says it's going to be the Ravens. I think I took the Ravens as well. No, I didn't. I took the upset pick. I took the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what I did.
Wow.
Yeah, I did take the upset there. Yeah. So, well, they're at home, and I just think they got embarrassed last week, and I think they're going to bounce back from it.
Ravens haven't been anything special.
No, they haven't. I
don't know. I think they've been pretty – maybe they're just flying under the radar or what. They've been kind of pedestrian. I mean, they lost to the Colts in, kind of an embarrassing fashion and to me. And so – I don't know. I'm still leaning towards Ravens in this one. I think they are the better team. Just Steelers have not shown up. They were definitely, even for me.
My brother says smoking that crack again, huh, dude?
I don't know. Pittsburgh hasn't shown me enough. I think this could be a trap game for the Ravens. It's a division game. So
that's what I'm saying.
You still got TJ Watt. One of the best linebackers in the league.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still weapons on Pittsburgh. And I think Najee Harris has something to prove. I think he needs to start showing up. So
yeah, he does.
This is the
no
time.
Doubt.
So, and there's still weapons on that. Pick it to Pickens. It's.
If you want to get that connection going, then Najee Harris has got to start performing, man. Because you've got to bring the safety down in the box to stop that if you want to see some big plays on the outside. You just have to. It's not working out so far this season.
Yeah.
But
so I'm still leading the Ravens. I think I'm going Ravens with this. I'd like to pick Burke because I really liked him coming out of the preseason, but
yeah,
they just have not shown enough.
What do you think, John? Pittsburgh got a chance, or you
take a 500
team? I'm taking Pittsburgh.
Yeah, there you go. See, I'm telling you, this division loves to beat each other up, man. Nobody in this division is going to win the Super Bowl. Nobody is. But it's going to be fun to watch this division play because, man, wow. They have got some talented players in this division. It's going to be fun to watch.
Well, plus I used to be a Steelers fan back when I was a little kid.
Oh, John.
In the 70s.
You just lost points with me, bro.
Oh, sorry.
I was a Doomsday Defense fan back then. We lost 2 Super Bowls to those fools. Damn it. 2 Super Bowls.
Let's see. Talk about a game that.
Talk about a game nobody wants to watch. And I picked Arizona in this one, guys.
I mean, at this point,
I am really impressed with this 1-3 team. They battle in every game. They really do. They're not far.
And Burrow's hurt. There's just no question about it.
Yeah.
He's hurt. He cannot function
He
like
is, and they can't
would.
protect him. It's the same old problem in Cincinnati. They
yeah.
cannot protect Joe Burrow. It's ridiculous.
So I
Yeah, my brother is on board with you there, John, talking about Bradshaw. The local talent, Terry Bradshaw. Danny says Cardinals just like I do. Yeah, that kid, look, when Kyler Murray's healthy, they're going to be hard-pressed to put him in the lineup. They really are, because this kid's playing.
There's reports out now of them just getting rid of Murray at the end of the year.
Yeah, I hope they do. I mean, that's what they need to do. This guy's playing really well. He really is. I'm enjoying watching him play. Yep. Anybody give the Bengals a chance to win this game in Arizona, in the desert?
Nope.
I think I am going to go for the Bengals one more time.
Okay.
One more time. I'm going to give them a chance. Something's got to give. I mean, Arizona, while they battled hard, they are still a 1-3 team. So this is really, to me, it's a 50-50. Only because of
Bengals
the
have a
potential
chance. Bengals have a chance if they bench Orlando Brown Jr.
Yeah, the guy you talk about, the turnstile that's giving it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that's getting Burrow killed. Yeah, I understand exactly what you're talking about. He's a little long in the tooth, so hey.
So yeah, I'm gonna go Bengals. I'm gonna give them one last chance.
Okay.
I think the Cardinals can get it, but I'm gonna.
This is an intriguing game right here, because Cooper Kupp comes back this week for the Los Angeles Rams, brother.
Yep.
This is going to be a fun game to watch.
Who is this guy? Who is this guy, Nakua? This is weird. Now they have two guys that are just Sorry.
What you got? Talk to me.
Oh man. All right,
talk to me,
Coach.
Okay.
This happened live.
I got you.
Well, like 10 seconds ago.
Okay. Oh no, he did it again.
Oh,
this is becoming a problem, man.
That just happened. Yep.
This is becoming a damn problem.
Yeah, but Buffalo can't capitalize on it. That's the thing.
That's right.
Yeah, but they keep doing it. That ups the chances they're going to capitalize on it, man. You know how this is. That you can't have that. God, Trevor, you got to hang on to that ball, brother. Damn, Sam. Okay, so we've got the Philadelphia Eagles, who are 4-0, but they may be the worst-looking undefeated team in the league. I mean, they're barely winning games. They should be blowing these teams out. Am I wrong about this, guys?
No, you're not wrong.
I mean, it's really weird to me. They're I don't know what it is. They'll sit there and try and throw early in games, and it won't work, and then they turn back to their bread and butter and run the ball, and they just start destroying the team they're playing. Why don't they come out and start running right out the gate? I don't understand it. Maybe it's the change in offensive coordinator. I don't know. But
I don't think there's enough people in the fans that have signs that say "run the damn ball." So I think the fans
right.
What the hell, man?
What the hell?
It's just kind of.
Has Philly worn their Kelly Green yet? I think they did against Dallas. Well, they haven't played Dallas yet. I don't know. Not sure.
I don't know, but I don't want to see that Washington black anymore. That was dumb.
That was horrible. Yeah,
that
looked
stupid.
like
what are you,
garbage.
the Steelers? It was literally black with white or with yellow.
My wife even looked at it and said, "What are they wearing?"
It made no sense. Nobody cared for that. It should be, if they're going to do it all colors, got to be all white. It made not even in their black's not even in their color scheme. It's like
it's not
the border color. It's like the border color to the.
A
white
lot of teams do that though. A lot of teams do that. Arizona does that. They'll wear a black jersey. It's really weird. But yeah. This is an intriguing game. I think I took Philly just because they're undefeated. You kind of have to take them until they lose. But what's going to be interesting to see is them. I want to see who wins the tush push with Aaron Donald in the middle of the freaking field. That's what I want to see. That's going to be interesting to see. because that guy ain't going to give it up very easily. And they've got Cooper Kupp back, and we know what that guy can do to a team. Danny says Eagles. I took the Eagles because I figured you ride with them until they lose, but this is one they could lose. They're going all the way across the country. You know how teams are when they change time zones. Sometimes they get out of whack, and they haven't looked as impressive as they did last year. They just haven't.
I'm going with LA.
Are you? Okay.
With the Rams.
Uh-oh. I talked John into the upset pick.
Oh, no, I was going to pick him anyway. Just because
I'm kind of
Kupp's
towards
back
myself, but again, I think you're right. I think you roll with the Eagles until they lose.
Yeah, I'm picking the Niners and the
Eagles have
every game unless they have lost.
The Eagles have spent all summer crying about the Super Bowl.
Oh,
and they were just it was a bad call. It was this. It was gifted to them. I'm like, no. And I'm like, instead of focusing on football, they've been focusing on running their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So
you have no sympathy for the Philadelphia Eagles?
No, I don't.
I hear you. Yeah, well, if they've truly been doing that, then they're fucking up. No doubt about it. Get your mind back where it's supposed to be in football, right? Okay, so we got that one. What's the next one? Oh, boy. Knock.
God.
Are you looking forward to this one?
No.
Oof.
J-E-T-T. Oh, no.
J-E-T-S sucks.
You know what's great? You know why? Because after this, we get fucking Kansas City on Thursday. You
got to face this defense this week, and then you got to go play Kansas City on a short week. You guys
are a short week too. So,
and what's crazy is Zach Wilson had a great game last week, and the Broncos defense is going to make him look like a superstar. That's going to be the most frustrating thing to watch. We did get rid of Randy Gregory, which I think was a good. We're going to have to eat that contract for this year, but
but it is a good move for you. I've never liked that guy. He's a talent, but he's a head case. Yeah,
we got Benito, we got Cooper, so hopefully they continue to grow. And I really wish we would make a move and trade for somebody or something for the safety, because our safeties are beat up. That's the biggest thing. Our safeties are beat up. So I think Garrett Wilson has had a great game, and whoever the Jets tight end is going to have an amazing day.
Yeah. I'm hoping. I picked your Broncos, and the whole reason why is one game is not a trend, and that's one game that Wilson played well. Okay, talking about Luke Wilson, that's one game. Denver has proven they can score this year, so and I know they're playing a great defense. But
you mean Zach Wilson? I don't know what you mean by Luke Wilson.
Did I say Luke? Zach Wilson. I'm not talking about my guy.
Because if you're going to mess up names, we could talk about any Wilson.
Right. We could talk about any Wilson. Yeah. There's two Wilsons in this game, and the guy that I don't trust is Zach. That's for sure. Because it's not a trend. Yes, he played good last week, and they came close, but I feel like he's gonna mess it up. You guys have a really good home field advantage there. I'm just taking Denver. I got a feeling about it. Gridiron Master says every team thinks it has gray, black, and chrome in their colors. Yeah, no doubt. Let Oregon own that silliness. Yeah, and Danny says Broncos. Yeah, of course. Me and Danny have no love for the New York Jets. If it's a New York team, we have no love for it. So, you have to remember that whenever we're picking these games. So, are you picking your boys or the Jets, man?
I mean, I got to pick my boys. They had a great game last week.
They did.
Coming back. And so that was encouraging to see. The defense made some plays. It's still not good, but at least they made some plays. I really like seeing Benito. He's the one that caused that big fumble in that game to, basically turned over the game and get them back in it and catch them up. But we need more consistency out of the offense. I think Williams is hurt, Javonte Williams, so we're going to go with McLaughlin and Samaje Perine and hope they can pick up the snuff on the run game and catches out of the backfield, stuff like that. But I mean, we got pretty good. I want to see more from Mims Jr. He's a good down the field threat.
He showed up last week. He did. Can he? That needs to become a trend. You're right. Yeah.
He's like our Lockett right now.
Yeah.
He's like our Lockett. That's who he is right now. And so need to feed him more. It's just going to depend on the defense. Can the offense move against this really good Jets defense?
Yeah, it's really weird because you've had such a good defense for so long, and now the offense is coming around and your defense has gone to shit.
I don't think we should have gotten rid of our defensive coordinator. I don't know why we brought Vance Joseph back. I don't understand that move. We had a great defensive coordinator last year, and they let him go. We didn't lose games because of him. No. 20-point average. If we averaged 20 points,
you'd have had a winning record last year.
Had a winning record, playoffs, and this year, this would have been a 3-1 and 4-0 team, easy, with that kind of defense. We did not have it. We probably would have lost to the Dolphins. They probably would have at least scored half of the points he did.
Right.
It would have been a shootout at least, though.
What do you think, John?
Well, as much as I can't stand picking Denver, the fact of the matter is the Jets would be better off with Wilson from Castaway than they would Zach Wilson. So
they'd be better off with a bloody palmed soccer ball back there than Zach Wilson. I hear you. One game is not a trend. He played well. I'm going to have to go with Denver. Week. Yeah, I hear you. I just feel like he's going to give it away. That mile high, lack of oxygen. It's going to hurt him. Okay, let's see what's next here. Kansas City at Minnesota. Do we even need to talk about this game? Do we really?
Well, okay, so here's the thing. I'm not picking them, obviously. I'm not picking the Vikings. But this seems like an afternoon game where Cousins is just going to ball out. And I could be clearly wrong. But I don't know. Because it's not prime time, I think there's a chance.
I've been saying that all year, dude. He hasn't played in prime time yet.
It's true.
And they've won one game.
It's true. Well, but here's the thing, Joe. All their games have been – this is the exact opposite of what it was last year for the Vikings, where last year they won most of their games by a score. This year they've lost most of their games by a score. So they've been in every game.
They are turning the ball over at an astonishing rate.
I'm just saying, last year they had the breaks. This year they didn't, and this is what they could have been last year if they didn't get the breaks. So, I
think that Dalvin Cook not being there is hurting them way more than people realize.
Yeah, and that could also be a difference as well. So,
look, the only reason why they've got a victory on their record is because they played. There was a game, one of two games between two winless teams last week, and somebody had to win that game. Okay, they're not winning this.
No, technically it could have ended up in a tie.
Yes, you're right, but it ain't happening this week. John, I'll go ahead and put you down for your world champion Chiefs.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
the Chiefs should, especially with the 2-0 Swifties. So, as long as that's still going on, the NFL is not going to allow. It is now in the script. It has been added to the script.
Now, you must know that she's not going to be at this game.
Oh, no.
She will not be at this game. The good luck charm is not going to be there. So
are they going to?
You might be in trouble. Cousins might throw for 5 touchdowns.
No.
Without Taylor Swift in the audience. Well, boys and girls, that brings us to the Sunday night matchup of the deep end of the NFC.
Tomorrow's a holiday, so I will not be working tomorrow.
So you are going to be able to stay up and enjoy every second of the manhandling that the San Francisco 49ers are about to put on the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah, if it's a blowout at halftime, I'll go to I might watch something else and go to sleep. But I plan to watch this game.
Dude, this is going to be a great game. And I, of course, I'm a Seahawks fan. I'm going to be pulling for the Cowboys. Plus, their quarterback is a local guy. He played at a local high school. He was a Houghton Buccaneer. So, Yeah, I'm pulling for Dak, but I just don't. I mean, this is the hump they have to get over. This is what knocked them out last year. You know, they've got to get over this one. These guys in Philly, that's what's standing in their way, and they've got to get over it. You know, and we'll see if McCarthy's play calling can make it happen. I mean, they've done well this year, running the ball more often than they have in the past. But man, the 49ers they seem to me, and I'm with you, Dan, 49ers, it's just their brand of football. This may be the toughest team in the NFL. They not only hit you in the mouth on defense, they hit you on the mouth on offense. I mean, they run plays just to pound running backs and friggin' tight ends and monstrous wide receivers right down your throat. It's ridiculous. They man up. They do. And you are going to be tested every down of this football game. And their defense is so opportunistic. If you make a mistake, you're going to pay for it. They're going to take it away from you. I don't see how Dallas wins this game. I'm going to be pulling for them, but I took the Niners. You got to take that once again, just like the Eagles. You got to take them until they lose. And this team, I mean, I think, we talk about Miami and Tua going down. Can this team survive if Christian McCaffrey goes down? And I think that they, with their current situation at running back, I think they'd have a problem.
Yeah.
Years past, they had a stable. They don't now. It's all Christian McCaffrey all the time, and that leans into.
I like Mitchell. Mitchell's not bad, but he gets hurt too. So
yeah, that's the thing. They've got a bunch of glass cannons out there, and they got to start. They really need to put him on a pitch count. I want to see some more Kittle out of them if they're gonna, continue to.
I think they had more Kittle last week, though. I do think they should have a little bit more.
Debo Samuel's going to do what he does. That guy, wow.
He did last week.
They still got Ayuk as well. Ayuk is really reliable when he's not injured.
Was that a fantasy guy hollering there, John?
Yeah, it was.
I don't have Debo, so I don't have him on any teams.
Frustration right there.
I have Ayuk, and Ayuk has done me well. So yeah.
But this is
McCaffrey on one of mine.
One thing's for sure. This is going to be a great one to watch because this is one of the NFL's best rivalries. And Knock, you weren't watching football then. John can attest to this. In the 90s, this game dictated who was going to win the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl wasn't the Super Bowl. It was the NFC Championship between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. When Aikman was winning Super Bowls, when Young won his Super Bowl, before that it was Bill Walsh's Niners owning the Cowboys. The Dwight Clark catch is called the changing of the guard. A lot of the time. This rivalry's gone on. Well, I'm sure you remember, Knock. You are old enough to remember the game in Dallas where Terrell Owens was playing for the San Francisco 49ers, and he planted the ball on the star, and then Emmitt Smith did the same thing, and Danny, that's why I mentioned Joe Montana, and Bill Walsh's teams in the 80s too. It was the 80s and 90s. That was the teams, So this is a great rivalry. It's going to be a fun game to watch tonight. It really is. Wookie B. Bad says, sports ball, what is that? It's stuff we love, man. We love some football.
You got to stick with the 49ers till they lose, but I feel like this is a game where the Cowboys can come out and win it because they tend to do pretty well in these games where they're slated to not win it. But I feel like they'll win this game and then lose next week to the Chargers. They play the Chargers on Monday night, by the way, next week. So
right, they're going to get up for this one, win this one, and then dump to the Chargers.
And then start dumping games, and
kind of like they dumped to the Arizona Cardinals.
Right.
One blemish against the Cardinals.
Dallas always starts off good, right? Yeah. They always start off the season good, and then they bomb it, and then and then they kind of make it to the playoffs and then lose to a no catch, kind of deal.
Wookie says roll
And
tide.
so it's kind of a, I feel I'm still going to go with the 49ers because they are the better team, but I feel like this is a game where Dallas rises up and then bomb it the week after. Like
Dallas has to have a mistake-free game to win it.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
I still like Pollard. I still like Vaughn.
Yeah.
I like those guys. They got great weapons. You got, what's his name? 88.
So
CeeDee
Lamb.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they got weapons. So
they do, but they have to play mistake.
And you still got Parsons. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, but if anybody watched that Arizona film, they neutralized his ass. Arizona ran right at him, and he's constantly coming upfield, looking to eat a quarterback. And, man, they were exploiting the shit out of that. Arizona did. That's how they won that game. If you watch that game between Arizona and Dallas, that's how they did it. They ran right at Micah Parsons on every play. It was ridiculous, man. But and who knows? Maybe the coaching staff in Dallas has a game plan that can shut these guys down. I don't see it. They have to play a mistake-free game.
All right, Joe, put me in, coach.
Terry is on. Go Tigers, Danny says. He's got to go watch Terry Bradshaw. Let's see what we got. Yes, come on. Come on. Lawrence, don't fuck this up. There we go. Get the answer. Yes. That's what I'm talking about. Fuck them Buffalo Bills, man. Oh, I love it. I love it. And I know Mr. Kansas City Chiefs fan over there loves it too. I know he does. Because when you get the seeding, that games like this start counting, don't they? Yeah, man.
See, and I think with the Buffalo coming out flat, I still think jet lag is a thing.
Yeah.
I said it last week. I think it's going to be a factor.
Yeah, the Jaguars have been there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
They ready to go. Yeah. Wookie Be Bad says, I remember the heydays of football. Jimmy ran the Cowboys. Yeah, that's the 90s. That's what I was talking about. That's what makes this a great rivalry. John, who you got in this one? You think Dallas got a chance?
Until Chris McCaffrey gets hurt, I got to go with the 49ers.
Yep, I'm with you. And Knock, you said San Francisco.
Also happy, he got paid in the offseason, so it's just it's a happy team right now.
It's a happy team. It is.
Purdy. I have Purdy as my quarterback in fantasy. He's doing good. So very, very. He's not lighting up the stage, but he's super solid, super reliable. So as long as they stay healthy.
My two co-hosts are big Packers fans this week. Because they can't stand the Oakland Raiders or the Las Vegas Raiders, whatever fucking town they're raiding this week. I
don't know why the schedule thought this would be a good Monday night game in any capacity. This is awful. I'm not going to watch this game.
Josh McDaniels, the franchise destroyer,
hosts
the Green Bay Packers, who they're up and down. Let's face it, they're up and down this year.
Not consistent.
You got to give it to the Packers. They are a team, we were talking earlier how they don't give these quarterbacks time and all this stuff. The Packers are outside that mold. They always have been. They very rarely sign free agents. And usually it's on the defensive side of the ball to help that out. When it comes to offense, they draft and they develop in-house. That's what they do. And they're sticking with Jordan Love. And it shows. I mean, the team is behind him. They're play calling for him, and they're playing 500 ball. And the guy shows flashes. I tell you what, don't let it be close at the end of a game because this guy. What team was it they were playing a couple weeks ago? He just ripped their guts out in the fourth quarter. I can't remember which game that was, but he had a hell of a game a couple weeks ago to get him a win, and he had screwed it up for like 3 quarters, but when the fourth quarter came along, he started playing like lights out. So,
check this out real quick, Joe. I don't know why it's kind of interesting. We got Panthers I think it's Buffalo. We got Clemson.
Oh, it's from Germany, man. All the fans are there. Yeah.
You got Chiefs. You got Bengals. You got.
Yep.
I believe that's is that Kittle?
There's a Miami Dolphin off to the right, past the guy with the red T-shirt.
Yeah, I think
the
it's
Buffalo
Green Bay
Bill
right
over there. You got a Carolina Panther all the way to the left. Yeah, they're all there, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
And a Clemson Tiger?
Yeah, Clemson,
Somebody throw a beer on that fool. It's the NFL. Come on, man.
It's the only football shirt he had. It was football.
But yeah, I agree with you guys, man. This is going to be a garbage game. It really is. And I'm giving the edge to the Packers. I took the Packers. I'm sorry. I'm going to be hard-pressed to pick the Raiders at any point in this season. I don't believe in their trigger man. I don't believe in their coach. The only good player they've got is what's his name? Adams? Devontae Adams?
Yeah.
And
Renfro
they have a good running back. I take that back. Josh Jacobs is a good back. But
Renfro has been non-existent. I don't know what happened. He got a contract and then he hasn't done nothing.
Right. And they have a good pass rusher. I can't remember that guy's name, but he's pretty damn good.
Oh, Crosby. Max Crosby.
Yeah, Crosby.
Gridiron
Master says Christian McCaffrey is the whitest running back I've ever seen.
he had a pretty cool dad.
Yeah, his dad was a really good. And what's funny is he's pretty much cut out of the same mold. His dad was a tough wide receiver. He played tough. He knocked people on their ass when he caught the ball. This game, I got to give it to the Pack. I just don't trust Josh McDaniels. This guy's a franchise killer. He's a good offensive coordinator when he's doing it for New England, and that's it. Sorry. Yeah, anything outside of that, he sucks.
You know what's crazy? If he gets fired this season from the Raiders, right? Guess where he's going to go back to?
Oh, he's going right back to New England.
And what does New England need right now?
They need offense badly.
Why do you guys keep breaking up the band? Why do you keep?
Yeah, just get his ass back there, right?
Keep Patricia as the defensive coordinator,
right?
He can't do offense. We learned that, and then get McDaniels on it. Just
well, he's not doing the offense now, is he? It's the old Houston head coach.
No. That was last year. That was last year's experience. Mm-hmm. I don't even know what Patricia's doing now, but he did okay on defense. But mainly Belichick, but still. Right.
Belichick's son's running that defense now.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah. Belichick's son. So basically, Bill's still running the defense.
Yeah.
It's Surrogate's doing it. So, does either one of you give Vegas a chance to win this game?
I mean, they obviously have a chance. I mean, Green Bay's nothing special. So, but I'm still leaning to. I want Green Bay, and I'm hoping that they'll win. So I'm going to go Green Bay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going Green Bay.
Okay, that does it for the slate for this week. Let's take a look at. Hang on, let me get that off there. You got an update for us there? What's the score there in jolly old England?
18 to say you can put it up for.
Okay,
sure.
It's
live right now. There's not a play going on, but it's they're kind of doing a hurry up. They got a couple penalties, so it was 1 and 20, first and 20.
6 minutes to go.
Yeah.
18-7.
Yeah, I mean, that's
look at this. What? Come on, Bill.
So that's the game right now. They're driving, kind of ish, driving 8. They're down. We'll see what happens. But
all right, so
they're not driving. They're just meandering.
Yeah, right. Meandering. That's about it. Okay, week 6, the Thursday game is. Oh my God! I guess we don't need to talk about this one, do we?
No. I think we know all we need to know about that game.
Yep.
If we're lucky, it's a shootout. But, I mean, especially if Taylor Swift comes to town, I know we'll lose.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see if she comes to this one. It's on a Thursday night. Kansas City.
She's not back on her tour until November, so we'll see what
game
she's up to.
Now, do we have a game in Europe next week?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Yep.
We do.
God. Baltimore versus Tennessee.
We've got the Baltimore Ravens and the Tennessee Titans. Are you serious?
I don't know if
I don't know if God.
I'll have the game going just like I do this one, but
when's the Germany game? Is that the week after the Miami Dolphins and the Kansas City Chiefs?
I think so. I'd have to look
the week
at the
after?
schedule.
Okay, because I know they keep these European games together. So, Baltimore and Tennessee, depending on what happens today. And we really can't talk about this one, but it's interesting to take a look at it. Just looking at it, I'd have to give the edge to Baltimore, but you never know. It just depends on if their quarterback is Jackson is standing upright. You know, he's a running quarterback, so you never know week to week if they're going to be there or not. So
Zay Flowers has been pretty good for them.
November 5th is the Germany game.
November 5th. Okay, so that's actually another month. Okay, yeah, that's good. Wow, that's getting late in the season for that one. I could have something to do with seeding, depending on how well Miami bounces back from that Buffalo loss. You know,
Yeah.
but anyway, okay, so that is going to put a wrap or put a bow on things for this week. We actually gave Knock extra time with the college thing, and we're still going to be wrapping it up.
We did not.
Yeah, we did.
No, you were late, sir. You were late, so that caused me to go later. So don't
is
put
that
that on
what
me,
it is?
Ricky Bobby.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll look at it here in a little bit, but I was talking about the live timer, which is from the beginning of us going live. I'm pretty sure you went 20 minutes, bro, and you usually do it in 15. So anyway, but I had a lot to do with that because I was talking about the Red River rivalry quite a bit.
Yeah,
because I don't get to woof and toot my horn too much, but I had to about that one.
All right, we're in the red zone now.
Gridiron Master says, is the NFL still courting Europe or something?
Oh,
yeah, but they want to be the World Football League. And I would say in the next decade, you're going to see the Jacksonville Jaguars and two expansion teams in Europe. Yes, sir.
That's a shame.
What's up? What happened?
Allen just got sacked, but it was a hit to the helmet. So it's
come on. Yeah, that's it. Help them out.
Twice. That's actually twice. That's twice on this drive. So Jags are kind of getting some help from the refs right now.
But to answer your question, Gridiron, yes, they're definitely interested in the European market. I would say in the next 10 years, you're going to see the Jacksonville Jaguars actually become the London Monarchs. They're going to move that franchise over to London. Their home field will probably be Wembley Stadium. And
I think it's Tottenham. I think it'll be Tottenham Hotspur.
Is that what you think? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what stadiums they have there, but they always play in Wembley for these things. But Wembley is a big stadium. Yeah, if you're going to do it on a regular basis, you probably want to go smaller. But they're targeting Frankfurt, Germany. They have one game a year there now, and where else do they have?
Every once in a while, they do Mexico City as well.
Yeah, Mexico City. They play that. I know the largest crowd to ever watch an NFL game was, I think it was in the aughts, 2000s. It was the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys in Mexico City. There was 106,000 people there. So, yes, definitely. I could see them setting up a franchise in Mexico City.
Put me in, coach.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Oh, no, they're in the red zone. No. Get him. Kill him. God blast it. Don't let these fools hang around, man. Damn it.
Yep.
They better put a drive together after that.
I don't think there's enough time for the Bills to come back.
4 minutes with 2 timeouts? Yeah, there's plenty of time.
There's plenty of time for them, but they
can't mess around. Defense got to get stopped. I thought Bob Miller was activated for this game, but I guess they're keeping him out for another game.
I heard he was playing.
I thought so too. I haven't seen him. If they have, his snap count has been extremely low.
Right. Okay. Well, listen, guys. I want to thank you guys for watching. We had a good time talking football, as we always do. That's why we do this show. I want to thank you for being here and let you know what's coming up. Of course, tomorrow is my busiest day of streaming. I'll be starting off on Gary's channel. Are we doing Military Monday tomorrow?
Yes, we are.
We are. And it's Guns of Navarone tomorrow, I believe. This is just the only thumbnail I had, but it's Military Monday, morning coffee with Gary at 10 a.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefields channel. And then tomorrow afternoon, we'll be talking Ronnie James Dio with That 70s Rock Fan. And that's going to be at 4 p.m. Central Time in the afternoon. It's always a fun time talking rock and roll with Brian. And then, of course, at 6:30, Let me see. Where is my graphic for that show? I know I've got it, don't I? I thought I did. Yeah, there it is. Knights of the Old Republic at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. Video games, cocktails, and fails. Pop Joe Gamer After Dark. We're going to continue our assault on Knights of the Old Republic, and I'm going to have to find time to finish that damn planet sometime today or tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to do it, but I'm on the most boring planet in the world on that game, and I'm going to finish it before we even start that show next at 6:30 tomorrow evening, because I'm not subjecting my viewing public to that again. It's just boring as shit. But we're going to be on at 6:30 with a new planet and keep going with that storyline, and then at 10 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday, it's going to be Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, and I am going to switch it up to DC Universe because they have a new DLC. So I'm going to show the folks the new DLC on Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time. Video games, cocktails, and fails. And then, of course, after that is Wednesday with the crew getting together for State of the Atmosphere, the pop culture show. We're going to continue the knock list. We're going to have a review of the first episode of Loki, and we're going to have a meeting of the Mojo Dojo Casa House Production Company, getting together and coming up with some new movies that we want to see. And so look forward to that at 5:30 p.m. Central Time on Wednesday. And then, of course, Thursday, it's the Brothers Hack the Matrix. The guy you saw in the chat talking to me, my brother Daniel, and I get together and we let you know what's going on with the clown show that is 2023 through the headlines of the week. The Brothers Hack the Matrix every Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time. And then Saturday, you can watch me sketch the Privateer. I didn't do it yesterday because of the Red River rivalry, but I do it every Saturday, usually at 1:30 p.m. Central Time. So, anything else you guys want to talk about this week before we get out of here? My game of the week is going to be tonight. That is going to be a great game. I can't wait to see it. That rivalry is something else.
I'll see if I'm up to it after this evening game. My will to watch football tends to depend on if the Broncos get destroyed.
Yeah, I understand.
If they win, I'll be more susceptible to watch.
Come on, Broncos!
Yeah,
gotta beat them Jets.
If they don't win, then I'm definitely not going to care about tomorrow night's game. But tonight, I might still watch. Really keep it on. But
it's one of the great rivalries in the NFL, man. It ranks right up there with Packers Bears. You know, I mean, it's
even still, I'd probably have to get the bad taste out of it, I'll probably switch to Cyberpunk and kill some people. And
I hear you, brother. I hear you. What about you, John? You going to be watching tonight?
Oh yeah.
All right, very cool.
And I probably won't be at your game tomorrow. My nephew plays at home on Monday, so
that's cool, man. I'll see you in the morning.
He's got a Swiftie concert to go to, so he's just
got a Swiftie concert.
Yeah,
please. And City Swifties. Yeah. Man. Well, listen, guys. I want to thank you guys for being here, and everybody in the chat. Thanks for getting involved. Appreciate it. Tell your friends. We got a good pregame. We've been doing it for a year and a half now, and we really enjoy what we're doing. You guys come and see us, and until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.